It's time to talk winners and losers with our financial expert, Rob Black. Rob, things are looking pretty good on the stock market this morning.
Yeah, another Taco Tuesday, if you will, where Trump chickened out and didn't go through with resuming of aggressions. So ceasefire timeline's a little bit dicey because Iran doesn't seem to be playing as long, but we feel like we're on a de-escalatory path, which is giving Wall Street some confidence. Earnings are doing great. This morning, Boeing and GE Vernova showed us that. 80% of companies that have so far reported earnings this season, we do it 4 times a year, 80% of them are beating expectations, and that's what drives Wall Street in the long term.
Well, that's all good news, I guess, for those who are in the market, so that's great.
I'd agree.
So next we're going to talk about spring weddings. My parents got married 40 years ago on Sunday, and I can
congratulations.
I can almost guarantee, though, that their wedding did not cost what spring weddings cost these days.
And yeah, and I jokingly said in my notes to you, be like Rob Black and elope.
Yeah.
Remember the day forever. Don't pay for it forever. But a spring wedding this year is averaging $34,000 to $36,000. There's a rumor that Taylor and Kelsey are going to get married this spring in June. But $34,000 to $36,000 is the average. The median, we're half pay more and half pay less. That's more appropriate. That's about $18,000 per wedding.
Okay.
High end, $60,000 to $85,000 if you're in New York City, LA, or San Francisco. A lot of money, especially for a young family, to be taking that kind of debt on.
Yeah, a lot of money, a lot of like fixed costs with certain venues nowadays too. Like I know my parents did like a potluck, right? Like that was their way to not have to deal with the caterer and that sort of thing. So it's definitely something couples need to figure out how much they actually want to spend. Especially,
I eloped with my dog and my wife on the shores of Tahoe. So
beautiful.
Pretty cheap.
Picture perfect. Yeah. Something else that is not cheap: raising a child.
Yes. I was a little shocked on this. The numbers keep going up over the years. So now it's $303,418 from 0 to 18. That averages out annually to about $16,857. The first 5 years are the most expensive. The last 13 are considerably cheaper. But some costs, like if you add a baby, you're adding a room to your home, and it's about $1,680 in rent, $4,200 in food, $300+ per year for clothes, $4,400 to transport them to and from places, and gasoline costs or car costs, insurance, another $3,600. We get a cheap little $2,200 tax credit for having kids, but that doesn't go very far. So Hawaii, it's the most expensive, Noel, $412,000. California is number 4th most expensive, $312,000. And Alabama, if you want to have a baby and go to Alabama, it's going to only cost you $212,000 from 0 to 17 years old.
And that's on average. So for a lot of folks, it's they're spending quite a bit more for their kids. And that doesn't even count in college tuition, which of course has continued to go up. And now there's like scams trying to take advantage of you.
Yeah, again, let's add another $240,000 if you want to send your kid to private school, another $102,000 of in-state college. So kids are feeling the stress on that. Kids are feeling the, I need a scholarship. There's $6 billion of scholarships out there every year. But 1 in 5 Generation Z, who are the college-age kids now, are now looking for scholarships online on TikTok. 1 in 5 every week. So desperate to, offset some of the bills and go to college, they're prone to scams. 1 in 3 report misleading information in the TikTok post. And I just think it's, with our current administration, they've made student loans more restrictive. There's fewer repayment options. Something I've been talking about a lot lately, 2-year programs, blue-collar type work, and it's plumbers or electricians. America's got to shift because these college costs going up 5% a year, they don't seem to be paying off for many of the people in the system.
Yeah, we talked about this last time. Trades are really important, and there's increased interest in them too, so that should hopefully continue. All right, Rob, we'll call it there. Thanks so much for joining us. If you want to connect with him, all of his information down there at the screen. We'll see you next time.